is my life. It's not what it was before. All these feelings I've shared, and these are my dreams that I've never lived before. Somebody shake me, 'cause I must be sleeping. Now that we're here, so far away, all the struggle we fought was in vain, and all the mistakes one life could take, they all finally start to go away. And now that we're here, so far away, and I feel like I can face a day, and I can forgive, and I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today. These are my words I've never said before. I think I'm doing okay. This is the smile I've never shown before. Somebody shake me, 'cause I must be sleeping. Now that we're here, so far away, all the struggle we fought was in vain, and all the mistakes one life can take, they all finally start to go away. And now that we're here, so far away, and I feel like I can face the day, I can forgive, and I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today. I'm so afraid of waking. Please don't shake me. Afraid of waking. Please don't shake me. Now that we're here, so far away, all the struggle we thought was in vain, and all the mistakes one life can take, they all finally start to go away. And now that we're here, so far away, and I feel like I can face the day, I can forgive, and I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am today.
Oh, that was fun. You have no idea what I just went through.
You're right. Huh?
The ghost of gravity. Where'd Ryan go? There he is. He's still here. Yeah, I'm having problems with share screen crap on the other platform. You still here, Ryan? Testing. 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go.
I'm having problems staying on. It kept cutting me off. I think internet's bad or something.
Oh, okay. No, I was having problems with the new browser I was using, the Firefox, and I don't know how to share screen. And there's a way I got to default it so it'll share screen. I can share.
Oh,
You know, yeah. So I had both of them open, and I was getting this extreme feedback because I had both open.
Oh,
Their
gotcha.
studios,
Sounds
and it was horrible, dude. I still have. I gotta sit down and play with the Firefox. It's a good browser. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I use in Firefox.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
just don't know how to share
basically
screen
Google.
video.
It uses Google. It's just Firefox has some extra amenities in there.
Extra amenities. Yeah.
Well, you know, they block spam and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the problem because it said I need to turn off all the blockers in Restream Studio, and I don't know how to turn off all their blockers.
You just go to the top right of the screen to where I think it says. Hold on, let me look. Hold on, let me close this out. Open mine up.
Open your lines up, man. Open
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's at the top where VPN is at. That VPN thing right there at the top right of the screen. There should be a thing. There should be a little bar. It's like maybe a half an inch down from the top of the screen, maybe an inch and a half to the left. It says VPN right next to where your little face.
Yeah,
face would be.
I've turned that off.
You turn that off.
Yeah, still won't, the way it shares in there. So it
that might-
shares
that
like
might
two
benefit.
different screens, but I got to share within a screen. That's what it was showing me. It's in other words, I got to go to have two options, and I got to go to those two screens, and then go to the website I want to go to. So it's just a pain in the butt. I got to set it up in advance the way it works in there.
Yeah, you gotta hit. Yeah, you gotta go in the thing. Yeah, you gotta go in here and mess with the browser.
And find a new whatever. And here I can have like 10 tabs
over here.
open and share the individual tabs at a time.
Says browser console. Yeah, there's remote debugging. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here
Yeah.
that you can use.
Well, I'll have to figure it out one way or the other. But I'm in the old one again. So
There's 3 lines. Those 3 lines at the top right. Not the X, the square, and the line, but I'm talking about right below the X. There's 3 lines.
okay.
Click on that, and then go down to settings or more tools, and then click on that. There's some tools in there. I don't know if it's the stuff you're looking for, but there's developer.
I'm not in it. I'm not in that browser now, so I can't look. I'm in the.
There is options in there. So I'm just letting you know.
Well, I have to look at it further. It was doing good. I went on Sobs with it, and I pulled up everything I had ready, and then I tried to share screen, and it wouldn't let me share the tabs at the top. It went to 2 different tabs. It gave me 2 different options, and none of them were the ones I wanted to share. And then I actually went into the second one. I pulled up the song I was going to play in, and screen within screen within screen within screen within screen. It would play it, but you wouldn't be able to see what I'm playing. You could hear it. Went to the infinity screen, just.
Yeah, exactly. Like keep going more and more.
Yeah, not going to do that. Not tonight. I'm going to play around with that. I got to figure out how to work it. And I hear working it is the best thing. And if somebody said earlier that could be gay,
Work.
That would be Matthew Eastman. He's the co-host with the most. He's still wearing a Santa Claus suit in July again.
Right.
Santero, yeah. I'm going to go get you a calendar this week. Mr. Koresh, how are you doing? Let's see who else is in this hole. Juno Edwards. There's a guy named Roger Ledwell. He's typing in chat too.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
Saddlebum. And there's a guy named Gravy Limon that wants to come join, but he can't get in here. And I don't have him blocked. I don't even know who he is, dude. Have you heard of him before?
No, I have not. Some nut.
He's typing in chat and Sobs. He's constantly like, I like Roger's material, but he's talking about gravity the other day and all this other shit. Like it's a real thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, some people still believe in it. I mean, George Musser even says gravity's not a force. And it's a force, but it's not a force, but we can think of it as a force, but because we have to, because it's all in all our mathematical equations to go with their radius value for the spherical Earth that's within the measurement of gravity, which I don't know how you measure to gravity if it's a force. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Why?
With it,
But the people remember.
Well, radii in the elevation angles that they take to get their location when you do celestial navigation, the radii don't bend. The circle radiuses are on the plane. Everything's on a plane. It's the way it's done. You get 3 points and you get an equal elevation angle across the plane. You get an equal elevation angle. Yeah. That's how it works, and they're all trying to claim that radii bend. So that's where they get their radius in again. They sneak it in the math, no matter what they're doing, dude. It doesn't really equate to anything because they actually take those measurements out of it. That's why they have the Haversine and the cosine formulas to level it out. It's like you don't have to do that. They're treating it like a three-dimensional world. You're not measuring a three-dimensional world. They don't even have a hypotenuse. The elevation to the star is not even in the equation when you do any of this stuff. The height of it, the width, the depth, that's all pre-assumed in astronomy. That's where they put the math. But I mean, it doesn't make the Earth nothing but a plane. On a plane, yep. Yeah, Mr. Veronica's here. So if you ever go look at, we look at celestial navigation, and they always bring it down to the horizontal level plane. They have to create a plane to make it over a plane. You won't find your location. Cosine formulas. Those cosine formulas are because they put refraction in all their equations too. Like if you look into it, they have a celestial refraction when they're looking at stars. They're not in the place you see in them. They're refracted into their apparent positions, not into the actual positions. We don't do that with planar trigonometry. You actually just find a location underneath it. You get your ground position. You don't need to go through all those equations. They add it in with the site reduction tables and everything else. Site reduction tables. I'm trying to remember what they are. I have to look at them again. You got to get an atlas to pick it up. It's confusing as hell. So you find 3 stars in their location, from what I understand, when you're doing celestial navigation. Then you bring them down to an equal elevation height above the star, or below the star, sorry. Then to find a fix, you're just timing when the stars appear at that location, at that longitude and that latitude. That's how you find your location. To get a fix on it, you get 3 of them, and you average out where you are with time. It's not a precise science. It's close enough to get you to where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's about it.
That's it. So back to the wonderful life of Newton. We didn't get to finish that thing last time. You weren't here. You left halfway through it.
No, I left because I couldn't get in. They kept kicking me out, so I just said, fuck it. That's why I didn't come last time. Sorry.
You're doing good now. You ain't been kicked out yet.
Yeah, I'm in the garage now, and I don't know why it's working, but I had to put my phone up on the, well, you don't know what my garage looks like, but I have a table in front of me. I had to put my phone up there so I could get a better signal.
Yeah. If I could get a hold of 10th Man outside of the group, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know who 10th Man is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He bought a whole bunch of nautical almanacs, like the big ones. He spent like $5-10 grand on it between there somewhere. And he walks you through celestial navigation and the process with the almanacs and the books on how to do celestial navigation. He's got all that stuff. And he just shows you how they have to bring it down to a flat, level, horizontal plane within all their mathematics and all their cosines. He'll walk you through it. He said he got 5,400 miles worth of this level measurements with circles of elevation angles. There's no curvature involved in any of those formulas. It's pretty amazing you can travel for that far. So 5,400 miles without having to change your horizontal. One level elevation angle. I think it's all the way to the equator from Polaris. And there's a whole bunch of other fallacies, like directional fallacies. If you say up is north, that's a directional fallacy. If you're doing any Cartesian work or any mapping or anything, they call it a fallacy. It's your direction north is a direction from you on a 2-dimensional plane. Same with south too. Same with east and west.
That's the easiest way to understand it.
It works. That's how it is. There's no spherical anything involved in it. There's no up north or down south. It's not involved in any mapping or anything.
What my grandson told me today?
What?
I was showing him some videos and I was explaining some things to him, and I showed him the picture that I drew of the planets orbiting the sun, and and the Earth being farther away than Venus. And I said, if you can only see Venus at night, then how are you seeing it? And I showed that to him. He just looked at me. He looked at me really, really weird.
Yeah.
And then he goes, Papa, I think you're right. I think the Earth is flat. And I went, no way, really?
You're just not catching on. Hey, Matthew, how's it going, sir?
Oh man, it's going well. I was
Right.
thinking about that 5,400 miles. That's from
Yeah,
that's from the Great Circle or the imaginary equator,
yeah,
right?
they imagine. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
to the North Star, to Polaris.
It makes me want to invest in the same books. I can go through them myself, and then he went through them thoroughly, dude. He's 10th man did a good job with it. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you.
10th man's he's a real decent man for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, like personally, he's cool too. You know, he's got great information and he's a
Man,
good
he's
dude.
got great puns, Matthew. Great puns.
Oh, he's very punny.
He's a funny guy. Yeah.
He's a punny guy.
How's the far from gay aspect of life? Gay.
Pretty good. I went skating today. Had a good day.
That wasn't pretty gay at all, was it?
Gay.
I mean, gay. Did you want roller skating today? What you did?
Yeah, I went skating today. Went skating and
How'd you go?
yeah.
You go to a
good
roller
time.
rink or to a park or what? What'd you do?
I went to a park and then skated across this bridge in through like a river walk. It's like a river walk area. And then I went like to HEB. And then I went through like a downtown area and all the way back up through the park.
Nice.
It's good, man.
That sounds like fun. Actually, did any skateboarders harass you at the park?
No harassment. I mean,
Any dirty
Some-
looks? No. Come on.
oh yeah, dude. Like there was this old crusty guy. He was wearing a U.S. Marine shirt. You know, he was judging me.
Oh,
I was like, get the fuck out of here. I
Man,
gained
we-
his respect when I lapped him like an hour later.
Oh, good God. And these are grown men, aren't they? They're
what do you want
Yeah.
to pick on those people for?
Jarheads, man.
my dad had because my dad was a sailor, so they have a name for him. Jarheads, of course. That'll be it. And they whenever they go to the XO, go to the bar, they like to fight, dude, with sailors. They don't like them, dude.
Dude, they're the same department of the.
I know.
Navy, like,
I'm well aware. They think
It's
they're
so
another
stupid.
whole organization. Though.
Yeah.
They think that they're separate from the Navy. No, they're not. Yeah, you know why they call them jarheads, right?
Tell me.
Because they keep their brain in a jar overnight.
No,
Gotcha.
Put a jar over their head.
I mean, meatheads, right? Crayon muncher.
Yeah, you getting it. There's as bad as first in, last out, right? Marines. Why didn't we send the Marines over to Iran? That's my question. Or did they?
Did they? Yeah, I think they did. Yeah,
First
for
in,
sure.
right?
Wait, Iran. I'm thinking of Iraq. My bad.
Well, I hear the war's over. That's what I understand now. They signed a peace treaty, right?
I don't know. It depends on what Benjamin Malkowski's going to do.
Oh, him? That guy? Benny? Maybe Pee Wee Herman. Sorry.
God's chosen people.
Yeah, they're not even from Israel, dude. What are you talking about?
right.
Go back to Poland, dude.
Yeah.
Was he 36 years or 37 years, something, as a prime minister of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get
I don't know. I think I heard something. I don't know if it's true or not, right? I don't know all the politics of the situation, but I heard if war stops, like he'll be prosecuted. So he has to have perpetual war.
Oh, God, no. He don't want to do that, does he? He don't want to be prosecuted. He's got a lot of know how to ghost in his closet, you might say.
Right. He does. So it's an easy choice for him, you know?
Yeah, keep war going, man. Are they still fighting in Jordan and the rest of the places? I think they still are, aren't they?
Well,
There's still a
they're
war going
definitely in Lebanon.
They're not in Jordan. That's right. I keep getting too mixed up. Lebanon and Jordan. I don't know why. They're close to each other, though, right?
Yeah, they want it all. They want Turkey, Egypt.
Why not?
They want it all.
But,
You heard
know,
Mike
that-
Huckabee say it, dude. He's like, from the river to the sea.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You know how many people they're gonna have to kick out, man? You know, if they all
bro. They
became
just-
Christians tomorrow, there would be no problem.
Just gas bomb it. It's all good.
No.
Yeah, they're killing all kinds of people over there, dude. Christians, Muslims, children. It's bad.
Oh yeah, but Deplorable Inc. made another video about our video last night. So Deplorable Ilk, sorry, I don't want to call him Inc. Deplorable Ilk. He just don't know when to stop. He just keeps he's going after me and Andrew constantly. Just like
Well,
to be loved so much, man. I'm telling you.
yeah.
You have crush on you or maybe gay. Yeah. Something.
Yeah. I don't know if you want
I
to
don't
fight
think
me
they
or
have
you
a
want to fuck me. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know what. Obviously, it's got a thing for you guys. But
Well, I think he's getting like 50 views per video. He's trying to get. I think he's
What?
monetized. I think he's just trying to make content. And he's been covering me for a while, I guess, and Saab and Vlad. If he's going to make content, he's going to make it. And he's taking a special interest in Andrew for some reason.
Oh.
And he said
Wow.
we're trying all the time. We're not. I don't really care. I'm just going to finish what I got to finish. Take care of it. All right. Well, guys, you want to go to the secret life of Newton, Sir Isaac Newton? He had a secret life, dude.
What was his pronouns?
I don't know.
If they try to tell me that Newton had pronouns like that were other than ordinary,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could take it.
Yeah. Well, they can make anything. They make a lot of stuff. Like women can be men, and men can be women, and men can actually have child.
No.
birth.
No.
No. Yeah, I agree with you completely. But they say it. Yeah, it's got to be so.
But getting back to Newton, don't they say he was kind of like celibate? Like,
I don't know. I
he
haven't
just
heard that.
abstained from sex? I don't know.
Could be. There's a lot of people that do that, I guess. Well, let's finish up where I left off with him here. Let's see. I'll take it back a little bit. I think I'm right here where he started splitting white, making rainbows with prisms. I don't think you can make a rainbow with a prism, can you? I mean, a bow. You can split light up. You can't make a rainbow.
It's definitely refraction.
Oh yeah, everything's refracted in the world, dude.
In a prism, it is.
Oh, good God! All right, here we go.
Black and white. To prove his theory, Newton built a reflecting telescope that used mirrors rather than lenses, leading to a more accurate image. That's a whole lot safer than the time he stuck a sewing needle into his eye socket to figure out if altering his eye shape would change his perception.
Did you hear that? Did anybody hear that?
To hold his eyeball to leak some of the fluid out, so that way he could get a different shape to his eye to see if it changed how he saw things. That's actually a smart idea. Actually, it sounds crazy, but it's actually very intelligent because it proves that he was thinking about it, right?
In the
Yeah.
end,
Right?
he feigned no hypothesis.
Yeah, I know. But they still say he did. They still his universal gravity is obviously a thing.
I think he gave up on gravity just like he gave up on this little eye experiment.
Yeah, that's the old expression. Poke a
You know
needle
what I
in my
Yeah.
eye.
What were you thinking? In this guy's, I don't know. What was he thinking?
He's thinking, as Cookie said, he's thinking.
He could have just poked his eye out, and that definitely would have changed his perspective.
Oh, hey, what would be a mono vision?
Well,
Yeah,
believe it
but-
or not, poking a hole in your eyeball doesn't necessarily make it go flat. It just makes some of the fluid leak out until it seals back up again. So it's not that big a deal, guys.
I know, but it literally would just peel back up the way it was. It wouldn't change your perception, really. Oh,
Actually,
God.
it might. If it makes your eye change shape, then yeah, it would. It would change the lens in your eye, and it would change how you see. But I'm not sure that your brain wouldn't just account for that. But I don't know. I mean, that's yet to be proven.
He did this in 1661, dude.
Good for him. That doesn't change the fact that it's either true or it's not. You know.
It was probably a lead needle.
Could have been. Yeah, they say he was a genius, though. He's a madman. He invented the deform his eye so he could get a different outlook on it. You might say.
Well, I would say you could just pull your eyelids and push them against your eyeball, and that would change the shape of your eye. But
Yeah,
that's
you
just
can, you
me.
can make an optical device to do that, though, can't you? You can change the optics.
You
Yeah.
also use optical device. Yes.
And they didn't declare gravity to like 250 years after Newton died. And the experiment was done in the so-called experiment was done in the Highlands in Scotland, and they found a mountain, and they measured the gravity of the mountain and shit. And it's nonsense. It didn't really prove anything. It's not an experiment, for one. And all they did was measure a plumb bob and Bernoulli's principle in the process as it deviated from the mountain, from the air pressure that was hitting the mountain. And they recorded that as gravity, as a force. It's not really a force. But I mean, yeah, you can believe in gravity if you want to. But let me know when things start attracting to each other. That's the real question.
I I have a demonstration. It's my go-to demonstration to disprove gravity.
Nose apart.
Yeah, pull my finger.
Pull my finger. Yeah. So that gas disperses in all directions, doesn't it?
Yep, everybody's gonna smell it.
Yep. He dealt it. All right. I bet you Newton had gas at some point in time. But I mean, so far I've heard nothing but wonderful things about this guy.
Of color. Outside the family home was also an apple tree, the famous apple tree.
Oh, the famous one. There you go.
Legend has it that Newton was sitting beneath a tree when an apple bonked him on the head, prompting him to think about gravity, the force that brings things down. There's no evidence to suggest the fruit actually fell on his head, but he did ask the question that helped unlock our understanding of the universe. Could the same force reach all the way to the moon? He reasoned that the same gravitational pull kept the moon orbiting around Earth rather than wandering off, and he believed this could also explain the movement of our planets in the solar system. The mathematics at the time wasn't sophisticated enough to determine the motion of these objects, so Newton invented his own form of math, calculus. There was a dispute over who actually invented calculus. When German mathematician got
Yeah, here's where the problem was. And I mean, the pre-assumption that we're actually a ball spinning in space and the moon spinning
Yeah,
around.
did Newton really think that?
I
No.
don't know. It's a good question.
Said it. You just said it.
This is a German boy here. I don't know who the hell this guy is. No,
That's-
one of those mathematicians.
Voronich von Liechtenstein.
Oh, yes. Never went outside, but he understands gravity.
Or he sat under a tree, and that's how he figured it out, right?
Yeah. Well, he was just pondering: is that the same force that keeps the moon moving around the Earth? I think God's the force that keeps the moon moving around the Earth. But, that's not the mechanism that does it. Gravity's never been shown yet.
Why-
They
You know
still
what?
hijack other equations. Yeah.
You know why things go down?
No, please tell me.
Because heaven is above us.
Yeah. Well, you mean there's like layers to this thing?
Well, heaven above, yeah. Like
Because density and buoyancy.
there's a down because
There's
heaven's
up
above.
and down. Well, you need a flat plane of reference for up and down, don't you?
Duality.
You do.
It has duality to it. Up, down, left, right, in, out, on top, underneath. Everything has an opposite.
What are you in right now?
What am I in?
Terrarium.
There you go.
Garage.
Yeah, the way the air stays locked in so you can breathe it. We'll touch on that in this series. I'm gonna get into how gases are moved by like temperature and electric forces more so than they are by any kind of imaginary force called gravity. Winds are caused by those same forces too.
Temperature changes, yeah.
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 What's that got to do with gravity? I don't know. I don't think anybody does.
But it does change density, and that's why density and buoyancy are more important.
Oh, what wasn't it Kepler the one that come up with the idea of what they call gravity up until
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
it was Einstein was the next step after that. That's what they tell everybody now. But yeah,
I don't-
Kepler was Huygens is the one who came up with the equation for gravity. It had nothing to do with Newton, what they're talking about. And when they say Newtonian gravity, he had nothing to do with it. He told me that nobody could probably detect it at such a minute force because he found all these other forces too in the process. Now let's get back to the German. See, guy.
Fried Leibniz published his paper on calculus in 1684. Newton claimed he'd done the same work 20 years earlier. The thing is, Newton was so secretive that he hadn't actually made his efforts public because he couldn't stand the scrutiny of his work.
So this is a propaganda piece. It sounds like, because the other guy did it like 20 years before he even did it, or he claimed he did it 20 years before the other guy did it. Like I did it 20 years before. So he probably didn't even come up with calculus to begin with. Let's find out. What they are saying he did though, right?
So what is this? The Royal Academy of Science, right here?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
Scholars.
Mm.
Yeah. Mathematicians.
Bladders full of hot air.
There you are.
So
Well,
what
you
is
know,
guys? What is a scholar? Can somebody explain to me what a scholar is? Somebody who knows things? Is that what that is? Is that
no, you a scholar is someone who actually studies scrolls and stuff like that. I think that's where the word scholar came from, isn't it?
it means you study God's word, right?
Yeah.
So why do they use that when it comes to science?
Just a term as it goes now. If you're in a college or institution, you can be labeled as a scholar as long as you get a doctorate. You sit under a professor long enough.
I didn't go to college because I would have went around telling everybody how wrong everything was, showing people the evidence that it was phony.
Yeah, I think as a derogatory term, they use Rhodes Scholar because that's somebody who just studies or learns things on the fly, kind of thing.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. I don't know. But I mean, you're not like you're one of these guys,
Well, I would say that a scholar would be somebody who could remember it, right?
You're a learned man, sir.
Right, yeah. Meaning that you remember what you read, not just read it. 'Cause I can read a lot of books, but I might forget all about what I read a couple of months later. You know what I mean? It's like, how much of it do you really retain?
It's kind of like your superpower, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a dude in charge here. He's got a staff here. He can slap you in the head with it if you don't like what you're saying. They can read, write, and do arithmetic. They're scholars.
When Leibniz appealed to the Royal Society in London, Newton wielded his influence as the Scientific Academy's president to get it to side with him. Most historians agree that the two
Now, that sounds biased, doesn't it, guys? Think about it. I claimed I came up with it first, and I'm the president of the club, and no matter whether you came up with it first,
Right.
bam! F you, my man. Like that
Sounds
kind
like
of thing.
the balls are being polished over there.
They sound like millionaires' kids.
They get away with whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
And then they make statues after you, and they put them up in the courtyard. Look at that icon. I'm not a douchebag at all. I mean, that looks douchey as it gets.
funny is
That's
All-
so unfortunate, right? To have
Like-
your. Yeah. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say they're all ugly as shit. And even the women, most of the women statues are like just god awful. Some of them. Damn, I'm getting attacked by spiders in here. Swear to God, I've had like 15 little spiders crawling on me already. It's like all over the place. Must be hatching or something.
Oh, he's making comments in here. That's scholarships. Well, I guess that's where the term comes. If you get a scholarship, you'd be considered a scholar when you finish your scholarship at university, right? Yeah.
But I think what it basically means is that you remember, you've retained this knowledge, not necessarily just learned it.
Well, somebody's got to sign off on you. They got to grade you and make sure you did. That's what. That's
why they test you. But does that mean that you're going to remember it 6 years down the road? No, it doesn't. But if you're teaching other people about it, then maybe you would retain it better because you have to constantly relearn it. But it doesn't make sense to me that just reading a book one time or even twice is going to really make you an expert on something.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make it. I mean, be honest with you.
I guess if you have that book on you all the time and you were constantly referring to it, then then that can be considered that. But
I've never. I went to school. I went to trade school, and the only time I ever used anything that I learned from those is like on the job, man. Like doing trade when I was doing electrical work and telecommunications work. I had to remember what I was taught how to do it.
In that case, you have to because somebody's going to come out and inspect it, right?
If I didn't, I'd hear about it tomorrow. But the other part of it is,
He's doing
most
it
of,
again.
yeah, most of the stuff that they learn in the scholars and the philosophies and stuff they learn here, they don't keep it they don't use it every day. It's not, you don't exercise that stuff. It's most people that go to, like, even most people I know that go to college and learned all these equations, they don't use it on day-to-day life. Nobody does.
Of course not.
So it's a worthless education. Let's put it that way.
TikTok so they can spread their
I
garbage.
see you, Jono.
Mhm. Yeah, that was funny. I like the hairstyle too.
Yeah, the hair wigs. They all wore wigs. We all know
Hey,
that.
Was this the
They're
portion
small.
of history where like they had such bad lice and their freaking hair was falling out? They
Yeah,
had
Could have been. Yeah,
wigs.
they had to
That's why
put,
they
put those wigs on, man.
because they use like real horsehair and stuff like that for wigs instead of people hair, so they get fleas and all that. Yeah.
That's nasty. I don't
Well, it's
want
not
to know.
really nasty. I mean, it happens. I mean, I don't own a real wig, so I don't know. Well, my grandma's got all kinds of synthetic ones, but I've heard that real wigs actually there's a smell that attracts insects. It's not just about being on your head. It's actually the smell of your hair or whatever.
Yeah, I've only had head lice once in my life, and I was like 6 years old. And they
God.
got that rid out, and they combed in my hair. Eventually, they just got tired of dealing with it. They just shaved the shit off.
Fuck it. I had long locks too at the time. I had pretty locks. Yeah. I used to have some real thick hair.
Ryan's got one of them hairdos, or had one of them hairdos.
No, I had long hair, but it wasn't thick like that. No.
You had a natural perm, Ryan?
There you go. Natural perm.
You had a natural perm?
Yeah.
No, I just had curly hair. That's all.
That's what he's saying.
Well,
All right.
It wasn't high curl. It was wavy.
He had the Bob Ross hairdo. That's what it was.
And while I was in my teens, before my 20s hit, then it started falling out in my 20s. Matter of fact, my first job, my first like real big job, not like a paper route, but an actual job where I had to fill out, an application and everything.
Yeah, those white chicks. There you go. That's Santero. He's got a thing for white girls. I'm telling you.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I didn't say there was. Somebody Matthew Roberts got mad at him over it.
You got mad at him?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to like girls? Oh, that sucks.
No, white girls, that is. That's white girls. That's what,
Fair.
Yeah,
A white girl.
have,
None of my business.
where he's at, there's white girls in Spain too. Believe it or not, yeah. I know, it's amazing.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. I know some Mexicans that look white, dude.
I was gonna say, like, what do you mean by white?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying too. I think they're all mixed from the early years, long while back. Let's get back to the white fags, right?
Discovered calculus independently. In 1667, after the end of the plague, he returned to the university to continue his research as a fellow. He was a workaholic. Sometimes he'd forget to eat. Just 2 years later, while still in his mid-20s, he obtained one of the most prestigious academic posts in the world, the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics, later held by none other than Stephen Hawking.
Oh, there he is.
Stephen Hawking. Yeah.
Look at the scribble on the board, guys. Come on. Can you actually make heads or tails of any of this thing?
Dude, I don't think
Right,
they
he couldn't even move. He couldn't even sit up, dude. What are you talking about? He had to blow through a straw to talk. Come on. Remember, he blew through a fucking straw.
Yeah.
He was a paraplegic, bro. He didn't have any use of any of his limbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I guess some of the equations that are in the back, like PT, they're talking about pressure times something. I don't know what the W stands for.
temperature, what is that, Celsius? I don't know.
It could be equals. Yeah. But yeah, this man was not the genius they pointed out. Yeah.
Bet you they took some paraplegic guy out of the hospital somewhere.
T to the power of Z equals 6. I don't know what the full equation is.
I bet they're not even equations. I bet they're just scribbling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes them look smart and they get awards. There you go.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
You got an award. I can make an award for you too, Roger. I'll send you a whole bunch of them. Have your name on it and everything, all official. What does that mean? Nothing.
Did I get paid for it? That's the question.
Oh, didn't he go to Epstein Island?
Yes, he did actually.
What did he do? Get a lap dance or something?
Good head, man. You never know.
This is the
That's about all he
Epstein.
can do, isn't it? He can't use his arms or legs. What is he gonna do?
Well, Epstein Island was more than a strip club. I promise you, dude.
Maybe they figured out a way to make him blow through a straw and still be able to do the other thing or whatever. I don't know.
Santero's blaming it on TV.
TV is the problem. If you just turn the TV off, bro, it'd just make life so much easier. Like my
I
life
think
has been so much easier since I stopped watching TV.
You got to deal with real life if you turn the TV off. That's the problem.
Yeah, you do. Not really, but
Yeah, and really, not really. Really, not really. All right,
It
let's hear about Stephen Hawking. You ready?
Yet he was indifferent to his students. One time when no one showed up for class, he is said to have lectured to an empty room.
Oh, no,
His true passion lay in research. In 1687, he published his masterpiece, The Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, often referred to simply as Principia, one of the most important works ever written. This was his own first edition copy. It was here that he laid out his law of universal gravitation, as well as his 3 laws of motion. The first describes how an object acts when no force is acting upon it. For example, a rocket stays still until a force is applied to it. The second law tells us that the more
That is amazing.
Yeah.
You hear that? I'm telling you.
all the weight of the rocket is still pushing downward. What are they talking about?
It's at equilibrium.
Yes, it is, but that doesn't mean there isn't some pressure still there.
Well, that's
Otherwise,
pressure on
it's
your-
topple over all the time.
We're talking about gas pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it equals out no matter what. It's going to find its equilibrium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
The idea that there's a force doing that's been thrown out the window. I tell you. Good night.
Yeah, when
But
God
I mean, don't
created
argue with you about it.
fire,
You know,
he pressurized it. Yeah.
you got a better equation? Like, yeah, there's tons of them. There's more than one equation for depending on what gravity you want to talk about. You know, specific gravity is more specific to the environment, and
That looks like a-
engineers use that for the most part. People who actually deal with stuff. Now the regular what's the equation for gravity? Anybody know it? I forgot. I never use it for anything.
What are you talking about? Space time?
No, not Einstein. I'm talking about Newton's equation.
For gravity?
Yeah,
F equals ma?
yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Is that or is that force?
it's not a force. I don't think. Force times weight times whatever. It's just an acceleration rate is what they have, and to get more specific with it, you have to know the density of the mass that you're dealing with. That's the best way to do it, and in relation to the medium that it's in, how fast it'll go in its direction that you put it into, and the more buoyant the object or dense for the object, I think the more buoyant it is. So it depends on how thick your medium is. You got to compare that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
G equals
Like
B.
G equals BS squared. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that. I'm gonna remember that one.
They're squaring the BS on it. Yeah. So it depends on how you stick a boat in water. Depends on how buoyant the boat is. What do you want to call it? Whether it floats or not. It stops going.
Over his long face.
Find me a place where there's not a relationship between the medium and the object. You won't find it. That's space, right? Yeah. Okay. There's nothing, no medium there supposedly. But then you'll ask them, and I've heard Bob the Science Guy and Brenda say, "Well, there's no perfect vacuum when there's not medium." I'm like, yeah, but they claim that their vacuum is perfect, right? That's why
they do.
That's why they can fall at that rate, supposedly in orbit around the Earth. You know, it's not so.
It's horseshit.
No shit. Yeah. Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get a chance to go in orbit before you die, Matthew? You gonna go fly in a rocket?
Well, if I did find myself in orbit, it would be over a flat reference plane.
Yeah.
Because orbits assume a flat reference plane.
Yeah. In order to get those measurements, they need one of those, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. But I mean, no, I don't expect to go to outer space. That's for sure.
It's a fantasy, dude. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's an imaginary place where they break physics laws. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now let's hit it.
Mass an object has, the more force it'll take to move it. A larger rocket requires more fuel to make it accelerate. The final law states that for every action, there is a reaction. The engine produces hot exhaust gases which flow through the rear of the rocket. In reaction, a thrusting force is produced, pushing the rocket skywards. Newton may be considered one of the greatest scientists the world has ever known, yet he actually contributed more words to theology. Newton believed the Bible provided the code to the natural world, and by carefully studying the holy texts, he could predict the future. He believed the
All right, here you go, boys. He's a prophet.
This is propaganda too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an anti-Trinitarian too. I think he was a Calvinist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That doesn't go together. Calvinists believe in the Trinity.
Oh, they do. Well, then he wasn't a Calvinist. I think. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but just because, yeah, well,
He's a Unitarian. I know that, but what sect was? I don't know if there's a sect that you can actually put. Not even Catholics aren't either. There's what full sect has the dogma of Unitarianism?
Unitarist. Wait.
Yeah. There's not. It's not in any of the mainstream.
what is
Church.
Unitarian?
It's
He
believe in.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Unitarian. There's one God. Like it's basically it's a lot in common with just pure monotheism.
Mhm.
Like one spirit, one God. I don't know, dude. They deny the Father, Son, and Holy.
They deny Christ being deity too, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
A whole spectrum of Unitarianism.
Yes, I think it's what he is.
Are a theologically liberal religious group united by freedom of conscience rather than a strict set of creeds. While historically rooted in Christianity, they now embrace a pluralistic, progressive approach to spirituality, often identifying as Unitarian Universalists, UUs. Their core beliefs emphasize a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, and they typically include a bunch of stuff. Unity of God, rejection of hell, focus on the present, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, one man just reminded me, Calvin was
So
burned.
this sounds bad, but I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, Calvinists are actually hardcore Trinitarians. I'm not a Calvinist myself, but I don't know where the Calvinist church is neither. Have you ever heard of a Calvinist church?
No, I've heard Calvinism, but I've never seen it in my days.
Yeah, John Calvin was a contemporary of Martin Luther, and both of them were contemporaries of, was it Copernicus?
I hope not.
I think they were. Like they were all three of them were around at the same time, and they, like Calvin and Martin Luther wrote their opinions of, was it Copernicus? I can't remember if it was the one that was jailed, right? It's the famous story. He was jailed.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And I remember Luther wrote something like, it was either Luther or Calvin.
Well, they put him under house arrest, from what I understood. He couldn't leave his fortress, you might say. He was exiled there.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Copernicus was a Roman priest, a Roman Catholic priest.
No doubt about it. I mean, think about it. Like even the guy who came up with the Big Bang Theory. What was his name? Lemaitre. He was a Jesuit priest, right?
Yeah.
And the same with the what was the other guy that would help them write it? They were all Jesuit priests, and they studied physics and stuff. That was their forte. But I think the physics that Newton applied were pseudophysics. It's just a downward bias and it's an acceleration rate, but they could never figure out the cause and effect of it. It's not a scientific thesis, I don't think. Will ever be proven to be one. They haven't found the cause of it yet. They haven't narrowed out what gravity is. And even in Einstein's equations, they separate weight from what gravity. Like the thing has weight without gravity. But in that model, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know that theory that there's tones, and that you can manipulate water by making sounds, and Have you heard about that experiment where you make rice and then you talk to the rice and you say bad things to it and make it
I
rot?
heard that.
Did you know that's bullshit?
Well,
There's a lot.
I haven't looked into it myself personally. I haven't tried it. But I hear Jaron did it, and he talked to Rice.
No, true. And the reason why I think some people do get some kind of reaction is because of the way they handle it. Because the warmth from your hands.
Oh no! Wait a
You know,
minute. No,
can change.
what he's saying that Calvin had a dude burned at the stake for Trinitarianism.
Yeah, John Calvin was he held some political power as well. He was some type of.
I wasn't reading that right. Yeah.
He was like I don't know if he was like a magistrate. This was in France, I think, but he had some type of like political power, and he used the laws of the state to like he could have let some guy off of the burn pile, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Which was it was like in this jurisdiction. I don't know a lot about it, but I know like people are, a lot of people they claim he's a monster because of it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But
well, I was saying before Ryan started, like even in Einstein's equations, weight is separate from gravity. In other words, everything has weight without gravity. In the way he modeled his math, that's why his math actually kind of worked to a point when it came to like what they call the kinematic principles of the orbits, because everything else is kind of like its own weight, has its own weight. That's how he created, I think, the reference frames that he created in there. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hey.
What's up, Chris?
So that.
So within your Joule's model and Newtonian model, do you separate weight from gravity or from Newton or joules or whatever? Is it equivocated as one and the same? It's a separate thing. The weight of the object is considered separate from gravity, right? Or from Joule's principle.
Oh, me? You're talking to me?
Yeah, you came in. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Well, I just associate that 9.8 meters a second square, this deceleration to
the rate.
The atmospheric voltage gradient and joules and all that.
Do you add a radius value into that equation?
No.
Okay. The radii. Do you assume the density of the mean density of the Earth in your equation?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Good. That they do that. I promise you. That's how they built their solar system model. It's weird. All right, let's get back to the philosophy of Newton.
I love it when
The
I read
apocalypse would
something.
happen in the year 2060, with the
What were you saying,
caveat.
Ryan? What were you saying?
No, I was just reading something about conserving water. I was just reading about, how they claim that, the cooling all these AI things or whatever is like such a big deal. I'm like, but if they use water, why is it a big deal? Because you just recycle the water, right? The water goes up, evaporates, and it comes back down as rain. What's the big deal, right? Nothing's harmed, right? It just changes the heat structure of lower altitudes. So as long as that doesn't become an issue, then I don't see it being a problem. But everybody's claiming it's a big deal. I
Why?
don't know why. Because they claim it's because they don't use water to cool their towers. They use fans or whatever. So it's supposedly this big waste of energy. I don't know. It's
You're
all
talking about
crap.
computers again? Yeah.
Talking about the AI, the little banks that they build in order to run the AI servers and all that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry.
All right. So and I'm going to get back to the philosophy. Ready?
It may end later, but I see no reason for its ending sooner. He foresaw a period marked by war and catastrophe, followed by the second coming of Christ and the beginning of a new divine era. His religious side was largely hidden from the public all the way until 1936, when Sotheby's auctioned off his theological manuscripts. They ended up in the hands of a Jewish scholar before being given to the State of Israel.
Whoa. Okay. Now we got to the crux of it. The state of Israel.
what is Israel?
Yeah, that's a good question. What's the state of it? Well, we know what the state of Israel is and who they are. It's not the same as the Israelites, I don't think, personally.
The Israelites, like descendants of Jacob? I don't think so.
No. This is a political state of the Khazarians and yeah. So they're behind all this stuff. They push this. That's really what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
Newton's
It's
gravity.
all Babylon star worship. This is ancient knowledge. Like this is all like this had to be created by a spiritual mind, I think.
Well, I do see Hebrew text here. Just one line, but
Even that.
I can't read through any of this, really, tell you the truth. But they do have headings, like you see them here. You see at the beginning of each one of the sentences.
Yeah,
They're-
is that in Hebrew or modern Hebrew? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. It looks like maybe modern Hebrew from what it looks like.
modern Hebrew was created like in the 1800s. You realize that?
Yeah, Newton was around in the 1800s, wasn't he?
Who's it? I don't know.
No,
Who's it?
1600. That's when he was. So this is probably postmodern Hebrew or pre-modern Hebrew. Sorry. Not, I have to look into the context of this stuff, but I mean, you got to go to the state of Israel. They own it, so maybe they're burying stuff. I don't know, stuff they don't want you to know about him. I doubt they're going to get into depth here at all. Yeah.
They worship Satan. Like
Yeah.
it's witchcraft.
Synagogue of Satan, that kind of
It's
thing.
crazy. Yeah.
Let's see it here.
500 pages in Newton's own handwriting. He did hold unorthodox views of Christianity by rejecting the Trinity,
Oh,
the
there it
belief
is.
in the Father, Son, and the Holy
He did reject the Trinity. Absolutely. Yeah. He rejected the Trinity, and he rejected dogma about the Trinity, obviously. So he didn't believe, he probably thought himself equal to Christ in that regard. So no divinity at all. No
I'm sorry,
Trinity.
Roger. Who are they talking about?
Newton.
Oh yeah, he was into that weird stuff, bro.
Yeah, he's into Unitarianism too, obviously. He's got more secrets, I'm sure.
Spirit, and also fought against the attempt by King James II to Catholicize the universities, which got him elected as a member of Parliament, where he served 2 brief terms. Apparently, the only thing he said on the record was to request that a window be closed. Newton also had another unknown side to him. He spent 25 years secretly studying alchemy, the search for a method to turn common metals into gold. This is a manuscript where Newton wrote down a recipe thought to be a step toward concocting the mythical philosopher's stone. Now,
We were talking about that on Sobs earlier.
Yeah, he thought he could turn stuff into gold, and then didn't he die from eating mercury or something?
Yeah. Yeah. So this guy's a genius. I'm sorry.
That philosopher's stone. That's it's a lot of crazy stories. That's an old story. Goes way back. Human.
Oh
history.
yeah, it's a myth that never will happen. Amalgamating like lead into gold,
Well-
that ain't gonna happen.
Well, even they thought that they could look. It's like a crystal ball, dude. They thought they could look into the philosopher's stone and see events across, distances across the plane.
Mm-hmm. But these people are trying to prove a ball. Anyways,
Well,
need a
and
ball plane.
if he had a philosopher's stone, he's still not going to find curvature.
No, good luck with that. The sun looks round to me. Yeah, sure.
popularized in the Harry Potter series, alchemists believed it could even help humans achieve immortality. Unfortunately, Newton may have gotten mercury poisoning from all the time spent in the laboratory. Examinations of his hair after his death found high levels of the toxic compound, which scholars believe could explain his mental breakdown in 1693 when he lost grip on reality. He wrote letters accusing the few friends he had of conspiring.
Yeah. And now he's a conspiracy theorist. Everybody's conspiring against me. I'm sure they were, dude.
Against him. He suffered from insomnia and depression. The personal crisis lasted a year and a half. Not too long after, he ended his 30-year career at Cambridge. In 1696, he moved to London to help run the Royal Mint. Britain's finances were in ruins because of the rampant practice of clipping off pieces of coins. Counterfeiting was also an issue. Newton used his scientific precision to improve the accuracy of coin making as warden and then master of the mint. He also took it upon himself.
What kind of mastery do you need to mint a coin? What kind of skills does that take?
Dude, Newton is sounding a little Jewy.
Yeah.
Where's-
Israel, and now he's minting coins.
He's flipping coins.
Oh yeah, clipping coins. Well, they were trying to stop people from clipping coins. That's what he's saying. But yeah,
Maybe he understood mass and weight and the presses and it
okay.
crushing the coins or something.
That's raw genius right there. I mean, I could figure out how many ounces I put into a coin, press it out, and yeah, what it would weigh after I got done pressing it, and I would be able to check that. You know, I'm pretty sure it didn't take a genius to do it, but he's a mad genius. Don't forget. And it looks like somebody's getting hung at the gallows here. I'm wondering who.
To prosecute culprits, some of whom ended up hanging from the gallows. His later years would be spent further cementing his reputation, and sometimes that meant trying to erase his rivals from the history books. Another ugly dispute involved a brilliant scientist named Robert.
No wonder they cling on to this, because there's nothing else out there. He killed everybody's theories when he got done. He was in charge of everything. Like, we gotta get rid of my rivals. And he did. He's a madman, dude. Look at
He's acting like Benjamin Malkowski. Who does he think he is?
Oh yeah. Good God. He's got a crystal ball here. Look at him. He's seeing his rival's future hanging from the gallows.
Hooke, who contended he was the one who gave Newton the notion that led to his theory of gravity and wanted credit. In response, Newton is accused of using his powers as president of the Royal Society to get rid of the only known portrait of Hooke. None exists to this day. Newton succeeded in getting the legacy he wanted. In 1705, Queen Anne of England knighted him during a royal visit to the University of Cambridge, making him Sir Isaac Newton, a complicated man who remained reclusive yet desperately wanted to be remembered, who threw himself into his work at the cost of all hobbies and never married, who was a man of science and also a man of faith. Newton died in his sleep on March 20, 1727, and was buried at Westminster.
And he was going, something's really wrong here. On his deathbed.
Is that what he
Abbey.
said? His last
The
words?
Latin inscription
Say again, Matthew?
Was that his last words?
No, that was actually the last words of the Satanist. What's his name? Anton
LaVey?
LaVey. Yes, that was his last words. But I mean, I don't know what Newton's last words were. I'm pretty sure they're gonna maybe they'll say what he said on his deathbed. Let's see.
on his grave reads, "Here lies that which was mortal of Isaac Newton." His immortal legacy continues to mold our modern world. The English poet Alexander Pope was so moved by Newton's accomplishments, he wrote the famous epitaph, "Nature and nature's laws
So
lay..."
Newton's responsible for wind towers? Holy crap. This man was everywhere. I'm telling you.
I think they definitely hijacked the dude. Mythologized him.
Well, he sounded like he wanted it, though, the way he talks. Hey, Mustang, how you doing? Post anything. Yeah, so, yeah, they made him something he wasn't, dude. That's really what it is. Just attach his name to something. Yeah, there it is. Newton. He's responsible for it. But, I mean, QE was looking at some of his papers, and he put out before the Principia, and he disclaimed most of the stuff that he was talking about gravity. There's no way to prove it.
Right.
Yeah. We'll dig into that before we're done with the series. We're going to lay out Newton's whole theories and everything. It's not trying to defame him. It's just like there's too much stuff hanging on this one man. And one theory about a downward acceleration, about everything. There's so many other factors that go into what gravity is, to say that gravity is the force that causes all this.
Hidden night. God said, "Let Newton be," and all
girl.
was light.
Really? He said that was like
For
making
News
like a
Think.
god. What?
I'm Cindy Palm.
They said Newton said, "Let there be what?"
That's right. Newton is suspect.
Yeah. Newton's God, boys. I'm telling you. Andrew's here. Hey, Andrew, how's it going?
Ahoy! Just got home.
Ahoy.
Ooh.
Oh. I hear you're crying right now, according to somebody.
Crying?
Yeah, you got caught in another lie and you're crying about it.
Oh,
He's talking about it.
The ilk. He put out
Oh,
another
the
video.
stalker. Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got you.
Now, I'm crying with you. I'm right there side by side. We got caught lying about something.
Oh, I know, yeah. Let's just hold virtual hands and hope him or it. I think I'm just going to give him a new name.
Okay.
Come Guzzler.
There you go. That sounds gay. Right, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding when I say I'm pretty sure he's gay for us.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Seems like it.
That's his little fetish.
Like,
Or
bitch,
it,
you want to fight?
it or him, or I don't even know what to call it. It's so confusing nowadays.
Yeah. It can be anything you want to be, dude. I'm telling you.
I suppose. I'm
Oh,
crying.
so Simon Dan says we can't deal with it. So are you ready to see what Simon Dan said we can't deal with? Oh, yeah. He's definitely a Rhodes Scholar too. Or no, yeah, he didn't go to university. He's probably a Rhodes Scholar.
He was a nincompoop.
Yeah, he had 5 photos that we can't deal with from Artemis. I wish there were like 3 or 4 Artemises. Wouldn't you agree? That'd be cool.
Are you talking about the Greek god?
No. We're talking about the rocket they shot up that they named after a Greek god. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's definitely not real.
Yeah, the one that triggered just there's like 5 photos that immediately trigger flat earthers. Bum bum boom. Be prepared to be triggered. There's a trigger alert here. I'm feeling triggered already. Thanks, man. You and your reference frames are ruined, Nathan. And Nathan wasn't even talking about reference frames. He was saying there are no reference frames. There's no such thing as Coriolis, dude. Quit smoking crack.
Yeah.
He doesn't debate flat earthers neither. He won't. He's like another Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Bless his heart, poor child.
Neil deGrasse is just sitting there making videos and talking shit about us, but will never talk to you. You have to chase him down like Danny Faulkner.
That man's nuts.
Now, how do you explain gas pressure without containment, sir? Yeah. Did he even make a noise after Nathan asked him that question? I don't know.
It was crickets. Crickets, man.
I never got an answer about the gas pressure without containment, but we don't have like 10 hours for you to explain what gravity supposedly is.
I have a theory right now, and I'm not necessarily suggesting it, but if everyone that he disagrees with just completely went silent off the internet for like a year, what content would they be doing?
They wouldn't have none.
Probably nothing.
Yeah. And all these trolls in their channels would dry up. Maybe we should take a hiatus for a year. What do you think?
Yeah, just don't talk about those subjects whatsoever. Just talk about like cute puppy videos or something.
There you go. Yeah, we could do like so I was doing the cover politics for a year.
Oh yeah.
But they'll still talk about you then. Yeah, about politics.
I've got something to share later
cool.
in regards to the same subject. No puppies, kittens, or funny birds or anything like that, or kitten, whatever. Do it.
All right, let's see the 5 photographs. It's gonna shock and awe me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this play for a minute.
There's not a single photo of Earth from space that flat earthers will accept. Not one. Doesn't matter if it's taken by NASA or weather satellites, private companies or weather balloons. Honestly, at this point, I'm convinced that if a flat earther found themselves floating in orbit, they'd look out the window and go, suspicious. Looks a bit edited, that. This is 5 pictures from space that trigger flat earthers.
That was 3 cuts in
The
about
disc
15
floating in
seconds.
outer space.
Hello all and welcome along to another video with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. Okay, on with today's video then, which as you'll know from the intro, is all about 5 photos from space that trigger flat earthers. First
Brace yourself.
up, we have arguably the most iconic photo in all of human history. The Blue Marble, taken during Apollo 17 in December 1972. And if there's one image that...
Yeah, that looks like shit, doesn't it, guys? What do you think? You gonna accept it?
That's not the official one either. That's edited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Well-
daylight either.
And well, there you go. There's one down. Are you shocked?
Hit chroma key, Roger.
All right, sure. Oh hell.
Conspiracy theorists absolutely love to hate, it's this one. Because for more than 50 years, this photograph has been attacked from every conceivable angle. Apparently it's fake. Apparently it's a painting. Apparently it's CGI. Which is particularly impressive considering that CGI as we know it wasn't even invented when this photograph was taken. That's all.
Really, and that's the actual size and dimensions of the Earth, just like
Well-
that. No,
He keeps talking about apparently, but actually, people are breathing.
yeah, that would be a tough one to
That'd
beat.
be a problem for that photograph.
Yeah, but if you know that was actually a composite photo, and they actually tell you it's composite to start
Right.
with, yeah,
Right, but the place,
Yeah.
the place that is the photograph is purported to come from.
and it's done from 4 different photographs, and they pieced it all together. It's all the stitched up work. It really is.
Yeah, the other thing to consider as well is that CGI has been around for maybe not in the same aspect as it is today,
No,
but 2001: A Space Odyssey with HAL and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Carl Sagan. What do you think they were using?
composites, CGI, yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, just rendering.
What
Even
What
their
about
shows
the-
were labeled as science fiction to begin with.
the Universal logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't alive back then, but I have taken some courses in regards to it. I'm not very good at it. I'll admit that. But
The thing is, why have they reproduced that photo again? if that's what you see when you go to space, why haven't they taken several different blue marble photos? Why is it?
they don't have to because the ISS is up there. They don't do shit.
They just run the video clip and bend the picture. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
it's easier to fake. It is.
well, here's the interesting thing. It's really easy to see when he clips himself out because I guess he's like sneezing into a fucking handkerchief and like crying or something. I don't know what it is.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm counting.
Just in the first 15 seconds of that clip of
5
this
edits?
video,
Yeah.
there was 3 video edits.
Wow.
You could tell really quickly how they video edit because it. Anyways,
Yeah, I think his whole show's like that actually. It's an edit fest and him bullshitting his way through it. Yeah.
Always been one of my favourite parts of it, actually. People will
There's one right
confidently
there.
tell you that a photo that was taken in 1972 was digitally created using technology that wouldn't exist for decades. The reality, of course, is that the Apollo astronauts were travelling to the moon. The geometry was just right, the sun was behind them, and the Earth was fully illuminated. One of the crew grabbed the camera and took what is now probably one of the most famous photos ever taken. That's it, just astronauts with a camera. What's fascinating, though, is how many arguments about the blue marble contradict each other. Some claim that Antarctica is too visible. Others, it's not visible enough. Some will say it's too detailed. Others, not detailed enough. And some will say it's too blue. And you guessed it, others will say not blue enough. At some point, you start to realise that the criticism isn't.
You understand why we're saying it's not blue enough? We're actually taking it from reality. What we see, what we take pictures of when we photograph the sky, compared to what we see in your photographs. These are all edited. It could be a photorealistic painting that they took in a studio. You know,
Dude, that's why I don't believe like all these high altitude balloons. Like I think it's like controlled, you know, because it's internet. I mean, everything you see on the internet ain't real, and they want it to coincide with like their outer space photos. So they're gonna put the fake stuff. Like, have you ever been in an airplane and like flown above daylight?
yeah.
What?
I've
What?
been at
Well,
30
I need to give you
Okay.
a second look at that.
there's the cloud decks, and they have different types of. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing to say. Yeah, yes, I have. I've been on way too many airplane flights. And
Compare your knowledge of that, or take pictures of it.
You never
People-
flown above
you don't
daylight.
put
I
have-
just don't tell you, so you don't trick yourself.
Thanks for the edits, though. I mean, I'm telling you, we're up to like 20 now so far.
I don't get why there's any edits at all. Was he
You
like
fly up
his
an
nose or
airplane, and
something?
all of a sudden you start seeing stars and stuff. I guess you get up above the Yeah, no.
I've seen film from airplanes of nighttime. It depends on how far over the ocean are. You can actually see some stars.
Well, I'm talking about during daytime, in the
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that over the daylight area because the sunlight will wash all that out. You won't be able to bring that in to the photo or the film. But how many edits are we up to now? Be honest. Yeah, and why does he have edits? And he's just talking to a camera. He's reading the script. Yeah, otherwise, he's not.
Yeah, look at his pupils.
It's cognitive dissonance, man.
Yeah, he's high right now.
Dude, he needs to shave.
Buy him, a $1 club for men. Yeah, there you go. Send him some razors. Give him Sasquatch soap too while you're at it.
Really about the photograph. It's about the conclusion that the photograph represents. Because if your belief system requires Earth not to be a globe, then the most famous photograph of Earth being a globe is...
No, we don't have a belief system that requires the Earth not to be a globe. We know the Earth is not a globe, and you guys have a belief system that it is. And you need a photograph to reaffirm that belief, and that's not really a photograph. Go look at it again. I mean, there's no stars behind it, you know.
Well, what's interesting that I find is why does he have this cartoon thing behind him, which obviously there's a glaring amount of problems with it. But
Yeah,
even
there is.
if the Earth was a globe and it was doing everything it was doing, why does it look like that? Why are there stars in the middle of the fucking daylight?
Yeah,
So
good
this-
question.
That's a problem. So
Third.
why did he just put the blue marble in there? You have that as a background.
You could, yeah, that would make more sense. But I mean, the disc Earth up here, the PSYOP Earth that they made for us, you know, the floating pizza in space. That's what he actually thinks that our belief is. No, not at all. They don't even want to consider an enclosed system because, but even their own physicists and their pseudo physicists like Bill Nye says, I want you to grasp this, people. The Earth is a closed system, and you cannot leave Earth. He was so hard with that coming out.
Yeah, well, Bill Nye is borderline. I mean, I think he's like one echelon above Don
This
Pettit.
guy, yeah.
Well, I mean, this guy's like on par with Bill Nye.
Mm.
I don't know though. It's kind of.
Well, Bill Nye is actually an engineer, so I mean, he can understand what an enclosed system is. I don't know.
He's a
If
mechanical engineer.
And Bill Nye is actually a comedian.
He's funnier than Simon, yes. All right, let's see. What is he doing in his outtakes? He's got so damn many. That's what I want to know.
What's a yod? 6 Hebrew.
I don't know. It's probably gematria, maybe. Yoda. I think it's a reference to it, Yoda. Yoda is actually a Hebrew a derivative of a Hebrew word. I think that's what
Okay.
some people think. Let's see what the monkey's got to say.
There's always going to be a problem, no matter how good the evidence is. At number 2, we have one of the most persistent headaches for flat earthers. The images coming from Discover, or to give it its full name, the Deep Space Climate Observatory. Now, this satellite sits around 1 million miles away from Earth.
And they got a photograph from 1 million miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That looks pretty similar to what the ISS is kind of showing, just a little bit less convincing.
A natural law violation.
Yes, it is. But I mean, the whole thing is, I like to see you resolve anything at 1 million miles away.
Well, if the sun's 90 million miles away and this is the daylight side, wouldn't it just, the rays just be in parallel? Wouldn't we see like a specular highlight over the entire globe, like reflecting off the water or something?
You would be able to make out anything on the globe. How do you resolve that 1 million miles away? How do you get that photograph? That's my question.
Water ain't reflective anymore. I don't know.
No, of course not. They got new lenses that block out all reflections. Like, yeah, none of this looks real at all, dude. What do you think? Come on, look at the Sahara over here. I mean, and the peninsula. What?
I mean, what is it? Planet?
It's just they got to have a round image. That's all. They stick a continent there. It looks kind of like something. Yeah, there you go. Poof, Photoshop, motherfucker. Sorry. Back to the outtakes.
Earth near what's called the L1 Lagrange point. And from here, it's got a rather unique view. It can continuously observe the sunlit side of Earth, which means
Oh yeah, and look at the moon coming in the view here. Check that out. And that's what minus 240 away, 240,000 miles away from the Earth. So I mean, you get a better view of the backside of the moon. Let's see how they can resolve that one in. If you can get that much from the Earth, I mean, you're looking at the day side of the moon. How does that work? Let's think about their model for a minute.
It doesn't matter how it works. The fact that it does work.
No, it doesn't work.
We're breathing. Yeah, we're breathing. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, I'm like, how does the sunlight reflect? You saw the moon in the daytime, didn't you? Did you see the moon in daytime? Where? How is the sunlight reflecting off of that during the daytime? What at an angle? They got 30 different angles with 10 different mirrors. They can get the moon to reflect the light off the. I don't know.
No,
Is it-
its own light. That's why. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Dude, every time I see the moon in daytime, I swear it just looks like it's in the daylight. It's got like a blue. It just looks like it's in the daylight. It's weird.
Well,
like that.
Well, I'm doing is the math of the Lagrange point. If they have a direct view of the Earth directly from the sun to the Earth, they're in line with it. How are you seeing? Where's the sunlight on the moon at that point in time? How does it hit the surface, the face side of the moon? What we're staring at. How are you getting in their model? How is that reflecting off of it? If the sun's back to it, it would be eclipsing the sun, right?
Yeah, right now it would be a new moon, I guess, wouldn't it?
I'm not
Yeah,
playing.
From perspective on Earth.
So this happens every day, I guess.
it can produce full disk images of our planet on a regular basis.
Right there, there's the moon. Oh, I guess that's a crater. It's fully lit by the sun, just direct sunlight. So you should see the dark side of the moon very clear from a camera that can resolve 1 million miles away the continent of Africa from outer space.
Yeah, there's a problem with this too,
Yeah.
because the whole Artemis thing.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know what, a month ago that happened. I lost track, but when they had that alleged thingy going around and they took these close-up pictures of it, it had all of these rainbow colors all over the place on the dark side of the moon.
Ooh, really? I wonder why. I think
You
they
see that?
did a show on what software they use to get that effect. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's
The
just.
moon ain't
Go ahead.
the moon ain't geostationary, so this is spinning around with it in one day. The moon. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it's spinning right now and keeping the face side facing us, supposedly. I'm just
Right.
wondering
It takes
how-
1 month to orbit around the Earth, but it looks like it's orbiting geostationary with this Earth rotation. I don't know. It's very, very odd.
Yeah, I think Einstein solved that problem with the reference frames, I guess. There's the Lagrange point. Yeah.
I'm looking at the darkest spot of the full moon's lily white ass right now.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. But I mean, why isn't it pulling the resolution off the moon? Or are they just zoomed in on the Earth and it's blurring out the moon? I mean, if that satellite's in that orbit at the Lagrange point, couldn't they just turn it and point it at this at any time and get a photograph of the dark side of the moon? Just pull it in like. Whoop. If it's, go ahead.
We're breathing.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm taking the legitimacy of their photograph, like wholeheartedly. Like, this is it, and I'm examining it for what it's worth. That it's not worth a fucking hill of beans.
He's not claiming this is a photograph, right?
Well, it's actually an image that's taken from the Discovery, the satellite. It's questionable, man. This looks like something they made in a CGI.
Yeah, I see like a warrior's face in there.
You see the hot spot from the sun? I guess that's what that is right there. Is that what that is? That the? They should work on their CGI.
If that is a hotspot, the angle would be creating somewhat of an eclipse. So
Yeah.
that makes very little sense.
And I guess things work different in their world.
basis. And apparently that's where the trouble starts, because whenever these images are posted online, the same claims appear almost immediately. The clouds are copy and pasted. The continents don't look right. The images are composite. Why does the Earth look different from other photos? And my personal favourite, that doesn't even look real. Every single day, the predictions match the observations. And that's absolutely crucial, because science isn't just about...
Okay, what's the predictions? Please go into detail.
A prediction. He doesn't know what a prediction is, dude.
No, he doesn't. They match the predictions just because they said so. Well, let's walk us through these predictions and we'll examine them for what they're worth.
seeing things.
Nonsense.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that what is it, a specular highlight or whatever from the sun? I didn't see if that was in the same position as it. Yeah, I don't get that image. It doesn't line up.
It doesn't add up, man. But they say it does. But let's see here how they add up. Sorry, man, since you're such a science fan. Yeah.
It's about predicting things. And here's what really causes the problem. Discover doesn't take these historical photographs taken 50 years ago. It isn't Apollo. It's not something from the 1960s. It's happening now, continuously. Every day adding more data. Every day adding more observations. Every day making the same successful predictions. And that's very difficult to explain away if you're trying to argue that the Earth isn't a globe. Coming in at number 3 then, we've got one of the newest entries on the list. The Earthsat image captured during the Artemis 2 mission.
Ooh.
And honestly, it's absolutely stunning. The moon slowly...
Stunning. Oh, boy. In other words, they're getting better at graphics. That's really what's coming down to what it is. But, I mean, you know, that horizon, doesn't it look pasted in? We went through all Artemis stuff, especially their videos. Sandy, all that she had to do is turn up the contrast, and you can see where they mask in the microphone and stuff.
I'm going to try and sell him a bowl of bullshit and see if he's going to pay for it.
He probably would, dude. I mean, he loves this stuff, dude. He lives
It's like $10, like an entire salad bowl.
Yeah. Well, you got to add some chocolate sprinkles in there.
Yeah. I mean, I want to flavor it up a little bit.
Get some color in there too. Yeah.
Where's all the lights from the cities and all that they show?
Yeah.
And also the horizon at night. It doesn't, when the sun sets, I mean, they're all over, but it ain't it doesn't set parallel like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we even done these. Look at the shape of the Earth here, how it's elongated to certain points. Is that a lensing effect? Is that what that is? You know, why is it like almost at a point at some places and it's really round on one side and really straight down through here?
I guess you can't see electricity lighting from the moon, I guess.
No, you can't. No, you can't see the because the light won't travel that far. Yeah. But in their world, light travels forever.
Yeah, inverse square law.
Yeah, come on. So they're just he's a salesman for the globe. That's all he is. He's trying, and most people aren't going to look into what a scientific prediction is to begin with. They make these predictions though, and Discovery is pulling more data in. Why don't they present their data and their findings to the public? That's what like science should do for and show the actual IVDV that went along with their natural experiment.
I should inverse square law streetlights to 200 miles away. See if the ISS should be able to see them.
Yeah. So this is pseudoscience, is what he's talking about. Pseudoscience predictions. They can fit in. They can make it all fit in, and I'll tell you, science never proves anything neither. So it's not science. They don't have any scientific predictions. They just go with, oh, this is what it is. That's what we expected to see. And please walk me through how you expected to see that.
Move across the frame, Earth gradually sinks from view. And for most people, it's simply another incredible reminder of where we live in the cosmos.
Ooh,
For flat earthers, however, it's just another Friday. Because almost immediately, the familiar accusations start appearing. CGI, green screen, bad animation. Or even my PlayStation could render that. But most people haven't seen Earth.
Hey, Santero, your PlayStation could render that, couldn't it? See, yeah, you could render half of this stuff, and you can do it in Blender, and you can make it look like that. You could build it in Blender, and then you could add the graphics into it, and you're good. You could get it to fit any model. Yeah, that's what we're trying to say, and that's what you guys are doing. And you're saying we made these predictions
from lunar distance before.
Liars.
That doesn't mean it's fake, it's just an unfamiliar perspective. That photo exists because the Artemis missions are gathering data and making observations. The Earth-set view is simply a natural consequence of a spacecraft travelling around the moon. And here's the important bit, of course, the globe model predicts that view. Not approximately or vaguely, but
it predicts it exactly, of course. And they're never wrong. Let's see the predictions, dude. That kind of prediction could be developed in software. Easy. If you wanted to present the image, yeah, you could 3D make it in a three-dimensional software kit, like
I don't know what he means by predictions, right? But it sounds like
well, you predict your outcome, right? What you're going to render.
Well, what he's doing, yeah, but it's a word game, like a shell game with the word, right? Because is he talking about like eclipses, that pattern that repeats every 18 and a half years with eclipses?
Yeah.
Right. And then he's calling that some
a prediction. That's a post-diction, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Soros cycle.
Yeah.
The Metonic cycle.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of these different alleged cycles, but I've already done some of the graphics for this. I don't have the math perfected yet, but I've actually asked a lot of people that are better in math and programming than myself and challenged them on it, and they've never come up with a solution.
Yeah. So like
that,
what they have to do with those cycles is they take like your position, right? Let's say they take an amalema and you compare where the sun is going to be and where the moon is going to be to actually show where they predict the eclipses are at, right? And they figured that over 18 years, there's this particular cycle. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
I think it's 19 years. Pretty sure it's 19 years.
19 years. So it's based on a moon cycle, and then
every 19 years from today, the sun and moon, the moon would be in the exact same phase, and the sun and in the exact same position in the sky. It's a cycle over and over, and it's verifiable because it's only 19 years. So we've been able to do that over and over
for thousands of years. Yeah. We predicted it. Yeah. Okay. Sure. It happened last 19 years ago. Yeah. So how's the world of drumming?
I was going to say something about this picture. Go back to the picture you were showing.
With it at Artemis?
There, right?
That one, right?
Okay, so
yeah.
So look at that, right? So imagine you're at the beach and you see the sun setting and it's going away, and then you know how the shadow, like the Terminator line, goes, right? Have you ever seen it do that?
Yeah.
Never.
Nope. That's
it
what I
doesn't
was
do
saying.
that.
That looks in, dude.
It should be. It should be 90 degrees all the way across, right? So you should be able to see across the beach. You know what I mean? Like black all the way over there and black all the way over there. You know, even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not how. Yeah. That's not how it looks, dude. And you know who told me that? Bob Nodell told me that one time. I'll never forget that. I was like, dude, I've never thought about that. You know, you're at the beach and it doesn't get dark like that. It gets dark. It's like grounded, you know?
That's something you can all verify every single night. You can watch the sunset and watch the daylight go away, and it's not parallel.
Yeah.
Just for that, I'm gonna get Man of Stone's Blender, him and Paul Klitz. Remember the simulation? What it would be like the sunset on a globe versus on a flat Earth in the
that one when it goes up the wall and stuff.
Yep, and you'd have a giant Earth shadow, like
you would have a shadow up to the clouds every day.
Yeah.
Every time you had clouds and the sun went down, you would see a Terminator line go up, and you don't see that ever.
Well, let's kill Simon down. Let's see what else he's got to offer here. He's got 2 more photos supposedly, so let's take a look at.
So far, he's on number 1. Is this number 2? Number 2, right?
No, this is number 3, I think. And we got 2 more.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because so far he hasn't done anything like true, right?
No,
Like there's nothing that he has shown is real, right?
not a bit.
Yeah.
But
So think about that though. It's kind of good news, isn't it? Good news. Like you can prove to people that like, look, they don't even have one proof at all of a globe.
They don't.
Zero.
None of those photos are any remotely anywhere like, they tell you it's a different lens and stuff. No, light would react the same no matter where you are. But I mean, resolving one photo from 1,000,000 miles away of the Earth is the one that got me. Like, how do they do that? If you're 1,000,000 miles away at a Lagrange point and your back's to the sun, how are you going to? Never mind. How are you going to resolve a picture? What kind of lens are they using?
You know, one more thing too about that whole idea of the sun shining on the Earth. What's his name was saying? Chris was saying, well, if they're parallel lines, wouldn't you have a reflection and it would be blinding, right?
Yeah, well,
Parallel. I mean, parallel light rays.
Well,
Because think about it. If you bounce parallel light
far away. Yeah.
if you bounce parallel rays or whatever off of a ball, it'll come back at your eye, it'll blind you.
Yeah, like
So I never
like
thought about
the
that.
moon, the sun. You know,
It would be worse. Yeah.
like, yeah, it would be worse with the water.
Yeah, even the clouds would make a brighter reflection. Yeah.
Yeah, the water and the clouds. So that's 75% of it. So 75% of it should be just white. Never really thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you should be blinded out with light.
But yet, you saw the photograph from Discovery. It was like you could see Africa and half of the peninsula, the Suez Canal. You could see it from space. You go, all right. 1,000,000 miles away.
We've already said predictive power is everything. Okay, then number 5 is amateur photographs of Earth from space.
Ooh.
And these ones might be the most inconvenient of the lot for flat earthers.
Are they?
Because for years and years, the biggest claim has always been that NASA lies. Right, okay, let's entertain that for a few seconds. Let's pretend that NASA is secretly running the greatest deception in human history. That still leaves
Well, there you go. He said it. Let's pretend.
I don't
us
like
with a
any of
tiny
those
problem.
Say again, Chris.
supposed amateur high altitude. I mean,
Photograph.
I say supposed because they could just,
Well,
you know,
other than-
throw up a handful of like Farmer Joe and South American Billy and with his little picture of his family on the whatever and just say it's legit and doctor it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. If you ever
But
look
also-
at YouTube high altitude plane footage, like it's doctored. Like I don't know, man. It's all controlled.
Well, dude, we did a show on the U2, right, on Flatsoy's channel. We started off in the cockpit on the ground, and this guy's showing you what the U2 spy plane, what you see from supposedly the closest you can get to space, and the curvature rate is the same on the ground as it is from up in the strata. Literally, it's the exact same curve. It's the window and the aperture of the lens on the camera that's causing this curve. We've shown this, and a lot of the high altitude balloon footage, they know what they're doing with the lenses they're using GoPro lenses, and they're adding a rectilinear setup to it. They're putting a different lens on, a 3D lens. It's gonna accentuate the lines extremely. It's gonna bend it, make it worse. So,
Like one thing I got to do is get my own balloon, man. Do my own little balloon thing.
yeah, well, Carl's doing one now, ain't he? So he shows
I
what he's gonna
guess
do.
that's what he says, but he hasn't.
We'll see him do it. Matthew, you're saying something?
I was just reading Big Pine.
What do you say? Hey, Big Pine, how you doing?
He wants to do one at night anyway. He ain't gonna do it at the day.
Well, I mean, you can get day and night. Those
Dude,
balloons will sit up there.
I don't believe that crap. I mean that's just my point of view, and I have to stay with it.
Yeah. So let's get to the high altitude amateur footage. It's
I'm-
burning us up. Go over to Geo's channel. He actually covers how these are
I've
done.
seen hundreds and hundreds
Yep.
of them.
Yeah, Geo takes them apart bit by bit. And there's another guy that helps him with it. Talk to Vlad. He's got. I think I have Geo's channel too. That's especially he likes this stuff.
That's
Because I had a deep dive on daylight, like when I was studying the atmosphere and stuff, and then when I start seeing like the cumulus clouds pictures, like damn, that's daylight. Like this stuff, yeah. Anyway,
It's
Look at
really
this.
bright. Yeah.
on the screen.
I can't, dude. I can't.
666 Simon Dan.
There he is. He's sitting there in the right pose too. How many outtakes have we had so far though? Like at least 30. Oh God, help him. This is only what a 10-minute video or something. Yeah. He's throwing it up here for TikTok views and Facebook stuff, and people who don't really study what photography is and how it really works. So it's all about predictions.
What about everyone else? Because today, people all over the world launch high altitude weather balloons. Schools do it, universities do it, science clubs do it, even YouTubers do it. You can literally buy a kit online, attach a camera and send it up to 30 kilometers. You can recover the footage and then, oh, suddenly, would you look at that? Earth starts looking rather globy. Now, immediately I know what some people are feverishly typing in the comments.
No, we're not. We're not saying, oh, you need a GoPro lens with fisheye lens on a GoPro with fisheye. Yeah, that's how you do it. We know.
Fisheye lens! Ah yes, the famous emergency eject button for flat earthers. Whenever footage becomes inconvenient for them, it's
You heard that, guys. We got an emergency eject button now. It's a fisheye lens.
It's
100%.
more fallacies, dude. More fallacies.
Well, he's in a category area to begin with. He thinks this is science, and they're making predictions. It's not.
fisheye lens. But the problem here is that many amateur launches use standard lenses, not fisheye. But even when wide-angle lenses are used, something important happens. The curvature changes depending on the lens. And the thing is with that, lens distortion can be predicted, tested, and even removed. You can literally correct for it in software. And what happens after you do that? The Earth still looks curved, but it gets even better because if Earth were flat, what should happen to the horizon as the balloon rises? Well, theoretically, you should keep seeing a flat plane extending outward. No curve, no gradual horizon shaping, no geometry changes with altitude, yet what we actually observe is incredibly consistent, over and over again, across countries, across cameras, across people who have absolutely no connection to NASA whatsoever. The horizon subtly curves more with altitude, which is exactly what you'd expect on a globe. So there we have it.
No, it's not what we would expect it to drop below us on a globe due to your geometric horizon. Yeah, which you don't have.
5 photos of Earth from space that seem to trigger flat earthers as soon as they're mentioned. The Blue Marble, Discover photos.
Did he just
Earth
say it
set from
curves
Artemis-
more the higher you go? Is that what he
Yeah.
just said?
Yeah.
It curves more? What? It
That
doesn't
will show the
curve more.
photograph. Yeah. Show us the photograph.
Wow, dude, what is he talking about?
He's talking about the amateur balloon footage. It doesn't curve more. It distorts due to the lens. That's all it does.
That's a staple to a lot of flat earthers is those footages. But dude, I have at 12 miles high, which is 19 kilometers. He said 30, which 30 kilometers is 100,000 feet. 19 kilometers is 12 miles. That's 63,000 feet. But even at that height, you would still see a flat horizon. It should be plenty high enough. But that's where
Yeah,
daylight
dude.
starts.
We've seen, what is it, 200,000, right? We've seen balloons
It's
that
gonna
are
be
200,000.
Nah.
That's twice as high as what he's talking about, and there's still no curve.
How are you going to have a balloon with atmospheric pressure being 50 millibar at 12 miles? How is a balloon going to expand bigger than a football stadium? I don't know what's going to survive that. How high? Do you know at 100,000 feet how many millibar that supposedly is?
It's super strong, whatever it is that they make the balloon out of.
It'd rip it apart. It'd pull right apart because It's so thin, or the atmosphere is so thin.
So here. What is this flat Earth challenge? It says 0, right? Look at it. You see over here. What's the challenge?
I don't see it.
It's in the corner, right over above the picture of the pillars of creation.
Eris or Aries pronunciation.
So if I took a high altitude balloon and I give you the curvature rate of the Earth, the actual spherical rate, is it going to match what I get in a photograph or a video? It's not. We want a precise match, and I've actually put that challenge to them. If there's any lens distortion over distance, and you imagine how far the horizon is from you at that height. Let's say you got up to 30 kilometers, right? What's the drop over distance? How much drop would you have? What's your dip correction to the horizon, to the Earth, to the flat level plane? How far away is that?
You can look it up.
Yeah,
Dude, dip correction is just feet
above the surface. Yeah.
It doesn't even make me tired.
Is he talking? What is he talking about?
Who? Simon, Dan,
Andrew.
Andrew.
No,
What are you talking about?
Can you not hear Andrew?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I was talking to my girlfriend. Sorry.
Oh, well, mute yourself, Andrew. I'm like, what is he
I
saying
was
over there?
talking to you. No,
No,
it's
you
just-
were like, you could hear you.
Yeah, we
I
can hear
know.
you.
Like, is he talking?
No, it's sorry. It's just that when I do updates on my computer, it switches my audio settings from my microphone to my webcam for some weird
Okay.
fucking reason.
Huh? I don't know that.
Anyway, you should look it up though. What is the curvature supposed in miles?
At 30 kilometers
At-
high.
So that's 20 miles, right?
Yeah. So what's the distance to horizon?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wonder what the drop is. Look it up.
Yeah, I don't have a calendar. I mean, a calculator. And
You just
right
look
now,
up the Earth curve calculator.
I can't do it right now. I'm getting no
Oh.
response out of Restream right now. I'm waiting.
Somebody's on a computer, right? Who's on a computer?
Okay, I'm back in. It's now working again.
I'm on a computer.
Do you have an Earth curve calculator right now?
do 8 inches per mile squared or 1.2 times the observer's feet.
So it's 8 times 20 squared. So that's 8 times 400. No, 4,000, right? And you got to put that into feet. But then it's
I'm here,
also,
isn't it?
but it has to be observer height too, though. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you need. It's actually reverse, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do we want?
So we're 30 kilometers above.
So how
That's
many
right.
Yeah,
miles?
observer height.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
30,
put in.
that's
You put
98.
20 miles as the observer height.
Well, it says feet.
Yeah.
So 98. You had 30 kilometers. That's 98,450 feet.
We'll see what kind of
And-
drop we'll have to the horizon.
Distance to what's the target distance? How far is that horizon, or whatever? Not the horizon,
Yeah.
but the
That's what you need. It needs to
Well,
tell you that. That's it.
Yeah,
That's the answer.
Let's go with 10 miles away at that distance. What kind of drop you'd have?
600,
Your field of view is going to be large at that height.
No, you just put how high you are, and that's it.
your height.
How tall you? Yeah, distant. It's
Distance to the,
Height.
the horizon.
it should tell
Distance
you.
to- oh,
Oh,
shit,
it should tell you the. Oh yeah, you have to know the
It-
distance to the horizon to give you the drop, right?
Yeah. So go with the 10-mile distance to the horizon.
6 foot, 10 miles, 666 feet.
606 feet in the air.
No.
No,
Tell
no,
me
no.
what to put at eye height. and
Your
target
eye
distance.
height, your eye height is 30 kilometers away.
Okay,
Miles.
I did 30 kilometers is 98,000 feet, so it's 98,000 feet. Now target distance
10 miles.
10 miles. Okay, I calculated. Horizon distance 384 miles.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah,
It's
there's
gonna.
a
Well, so you have to
horizon.
think the
You still visually see the horizon.
the distance to horizon. You have to think about. That would be way more than 10 miles, right?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. The horizon's way beyond that. Even what it would be below that 384 miles. There would be no horizon at all. You would have no horizon. So yeah, these photographs aren't going to tell you anything. They really aren't, or any of the videos. They're not reaffirming or
my problem is this: pressure visualization. 12 miles, you're at 50 millibars. Ain't going to change it. But at 30, you're at 1 milli, like in 1,000 at sea level. I don't know what kind of balloon can make it much past that. And yeah, they go 100,000 feet. They say real
They
high
go
up
200.
there.
I've seen 200,000. I've seen that many times. So yeah, how are they making the balloon that strong?
What is that? Yeah, a perfect vacuum or something. After 12 miles, it's exponential. It's like,
God, don't try to bend the spoon. That would be impossible. Rather real truth. There is
168,000 feet, 32 miles.
Yeah, you wouldn't see a horizon at all. There would be no horizon in the video. Nada. So that they just debunked themselves.
You would have to drop the camera way down. You'd like tilt the camera, tilt it like a bunch. You know.
Yeah, you got to point it directly down to get a horizon.
Yeah, you would. That's the thing. That's why it's not even funny. Like it's so. If you really think about it, it's so retarded that they believe this.
All right, guys. Well, it's been 2 hours of nothing but Newton eating mercury and dying on his deathbed and ruining everybody else's scientific theory and stealing it. Basically, that's what it's like. It's like an Edison thing, isn't it? Some guy wrote calculus. He hijacked it, said he did it, defamed him, hanged him at the gallows, literally. He's a tyrant, dude. He's a scientific tyrant. So that's why they believe him today, because under the threat of going to the gallows if you disagree with me kind of thing. He was in charge of the scientific community to start with. But you can't defame him. He was such a wonderful man.
Drinking mercury. That's a sad story.
Yeah, and he hated Trinitarians. He probably hung a few. You never know.
So Unitarian, that's the ones, they don't believe in hell either, right?
No, they believe that there's one creator, one God, and that's the only thing they stick with. I think that's their only thesis. Anybody that has any insight into the Bible at all, they try to go after them. I think Flash is fighting Unitarianism too, isn't he?
I'm sure he is.
Oh yeah. Prove me I'm wrong. The Trinity. Yeah, go ahead. Come on, we'll have a conversation. Go on TikTok.
Hey, what's going on with the whole Lev versus what's his name, David Banner thing? Do you know anything about this?
I have no idea. I know he's presenting some of Lev's stuff. He was doing that like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Lev said that he posted a video, and David Banner was like, "I pay myself. I get paid. I pay myself." So I don't know what happened with that. What was he?
I don't know. What's that about?
I don't
That's
know.
weird. Yeah.
I'm asking.
Oh, Lev's in the chat, ain't he?
I don't think so. We're talking about him.
Okay. Well, go over to his channel. Let's go over to Lev's channel and see what's going on with Lev.
Well, I don't like Lev. He puts out Antichrist stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, he's definitely not on board. Yeah, he's not. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
But and promotes it. I don't know.
Well, we
And
got
that's how
Whoa,
lukewarm Christians, and he promotes Antichrist stuff.
Yeah, that's not good. Huh.
All right, sorry for hot micing. My girlfriend had called me, and audio settings got changed from my stationary microphone, well, my Yeti microphone to my webcam for some weird reason.
It sounds like it now, actually.
Yeah, did you hear that?
We got echo.
That's Andrew. Andrew's going. Mike is going crazy.
Hot micing.
All right, I'm out. Cheers.
Well, later, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it up. I think Ken Rotman, are you doing streams now? Has he got his channel back up and running?
Yeah. Ken Rothman's back.
He is? Sweet. I thought he
Is
would
he?
be. Yeah, he got struck. And it was for sexual content. We had no sex involved in it at all. I don't get it.
It was sexual.
It was a natural thing. It was a bush girl, right? Yeah.
His dog was naked.
No, taking dogs. You don't want to do that, man. I'm telling you. Believe me, you don't want to do it. So I'm going to segue out with a song like that. Here we go. Oh yeah, speaking of songs, are you doing any concerts anytime soon, Scott? Any shows? I don't know why I call it a concert.
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
couple weeks. Yeah,
Where are you playing it?
I don't know, some place I've never been to.
Hmm.
It's outdoors though, which is cool. You know, I like playing outdoors.
Yeah, it's fun.
I can hit hard. I can hit the drums as hard as I want. You know.
No reverb, man.
Yeah, you don't kill people's ears. That's my, because I have to hit hard, or else I don't have fun.
Yeah, Chris took off. Later, Chris.
Later, Chris.
Later, Chris.
All right, boys. I'm going to Believe Me with Ministry. Oh, he's back. Oh, hold on. Hey, Chris, are you
Oh,
doing anything?
yeah,
See you, Matt.
Later.
Later.
yeah, maybe
Well, later, guys. All right. And
Everybody
thanks
back.
for everybody in the chat stopping by and during the crap I put you through.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos I'm gonna post.
Good.
Gotta edit.
Pay attention to Chris's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Chris, subscribe to Chris. He's going to put out some videos. I don't know what on. He'll surprise us.
Yeah, it might be like stuff you already seen, but
Well, a lot of the kids haven't seen this stuff
like,
yet. I've had people
like
put
one
it
of
out.
them, right? Yeah, and I just went on my channel, like that Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's like evolution versus
The same,
creation.
basically. Yeah, creation. Yeah.
yeah. I have, yeah, like just something like that.
It's nice.
Some of those,
Little
and
shorts.
I have some other, like have you ever seen Stephen Hawking and his 0G?
Yeah. Yeah.
You seen that? Okay. I was like going through tons of like Neil deGrasse and Stephen, and then I like that kept popping up. I thought it was hilarious, but I don't know, stuff like that you might have already seen, but
Well, it's good to have it out there. And I was thinking of Frankie Valli and Ragdoll. They was tossing them around.
yeah, dude, it's hilarious, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna say good night. Good night, everybody.
Good
See
night,
ya.
everybody.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. It's like the miracle.
Magic only truly exists in one place, the human mind. None of this stuff is real, and none of it works.
If you're over at Kansas, I might stop by and see you over there. Later next